Hey everybody, this is Brett, and today I'm going to show you what you can do about waking up sore and stiff. And a lot of us have this problem because we're getting older, we're getting more lactic acid in our bodies, we're getting more pollution in our bodies, or we're getting more bacteria in our digestive systems, or whatever. A lot of different reasons. And as you get older, it's just going to be more of a prevalent problem. But today I'm going to show you what you can do about it physically, to stretch out in the morning and to do some self-massage. And I'm also going to show you some products to support your body while you're sleeping. Okay, so let's get started. So one of the first things that you might notice about yourself in the morning is that you're kind of itchy. And so I think it's really great to get up and do some skin brushing in the morning. So let's do that. And one of these Bernard Jensen skin brushes is really awesome because it's got a good stiff brush. And it really gets after it good. When you first buy these brushes, they're really kind of almost too aggressive, but they get worked in and then they feel really good. And what this does is it helps to break up the fascia underneath the skin. You have this big fascial web of tissue underneath your skin, it's connective tissue, and it gets little striations in it. And that's why it's really important to use these gua sha tools to break that up. But another way to break it up is to use these skin brushes. And these skin brushes are really great because they also help to get your lymphatic system moving better. And so not only will this help to break up the fascia under your skin, but the more you do it, it will help to stimulate your lymphatic system to work better and better. Okay, so spend a good deal of time brushing your skin first. I think that it's really a great way to start your day, and you can get one of these skin brushes right there on my website. It's a Bernard Jensen skin brush. Also, I recently made a comedy video entitled, "Would You Itch My Back?" And you can see that link right there to my other channel, Out of My Gourd. Okay? So let's go on to the next thing. Okay, so one of the things that you can do to prevent your arms and shoulders from getting sore in the morning is to sleep on a slightly elevated surface like a mattress topper, with your shoulder off the end of that mattress topper. This is a wool mattress topper that I bought a long time ago. And what I do is I put my shoulder off the end of it, and that takes the weight of my body off of the shoulder. And so I don't get the sore arms like I used to get, sore shoulders like back here. And also, so many people have bought millet hull pillows from me, and those are the ones that know how good it is. And people that get sore necks and sore shoulders from not having good support, you have to conform it a little bit, so it takes a second of work. But after you've done that right there, see that? See how that's a perfect conformity to your head, neck, and shoulders? That right there is the best pillow in the world. Okay, so I'll put the link for my Millet Hole pillows right there so that you can go get you one. Now the next thing that I do is hips usually, because my hips get sore in the morning and I'm a side sleeper. And so IT bands, which are the muscle area on the outside of your leg, those get tight, and those are directly connected to your glutes. The first thing I'm going to do is glutes. And I always use a soft ball to release those. You just put the soft ball underneath your butt and roll on it. Find for where it's sore and really work it out. Such a valuable tool, and many people will use a tennis ball, but I really prefer a leather soft ball. So spend a good deal of time working on your butt muscles with a softball. And think of this like a workout. It's like a self-massage workout. And many of you have gone to a gym where you spent an hour or two working out, okay? So you have to have discipline when you do this, because there's nobody else that's screaming, work it, at you. Come on, push it. This is you doing this on your own at home. And so it's really an exercise in self-discipline. Today is a very special day for Chakra because she is 12. A couple of years ago, we didn't know if Chakra was going to even be with us anymore because she had a very terrible trouble called pyometra. So we had to get an emergency spay operation. But it turned out okay. And she's still going strong now, thanks to that and healthy, fresh, organic food. She's such a good girl. Okay, are you ready to go outside and cut loose some pee-pee? Okay. It's time to go outside. Okay, come on. 12 is pretty good for a golden retriever these days, or so they say. They just don't live very long, probably because of the crappy dog food people feed them. Okay, now I'm going to release that IT band and my hip muscles using the wood roller. Well, this is a Lanner roller, and it's a handmade item thrown on a lace. Solid wood with latex rubber on the outside of it. It's an awesome product, better than any foam or plastic rollers. I'll put the link to these in the upper right hand corner of your screen. You can see that I'm completely lifting my feet off of the ground so that I can get the most pressure that I can get. Now I'm rolling towards the front of my leg to work on my quads. I think I'm going to go for a bicycle ride today. As soon as this weather clears out, it's been raining all night. Okay, it's also really good to work on your hamstrings. Okay, so the back of your thigh muscles. And you can do that the same way, but you just lift your butt off the floor. Lift your legs off the floor. I'm rolling to the left, I'm rolling to the right so that I get both sides of the hamstrings. Okay, so now I'm going to stretch those hip muscles in the IT band doing a pigeon pose. Okay, so a pigeon pose is where you stretch your leg, one leg out to the back, and the other one folded underneath you like this, and then you lean forward on it like so. That's a pigeon pose. I guess because pigeons do this. Okay, so rock it left and right. In my opinion, it's really good to do some little movement area type things. Little movement things while you're doing your stretches. Okay, so after you do your stretch one way, then try and figure out the opposite stretch. So if I had it like that, then maybe I should do it like that. Okay, I had it to the inside. Now I put my foot to the outside. I'm kind of leaning this way. Additionally, stretching the leg out like that and touching the toes, because I had this bent before, now I have it straight out. And also, it's good to stretch all of this like that. And of course, you can't just watch me, you have to actually do this stuff. So you can spend as much time doing all of this work as you feel like doing. And when your hip muscles down here get sore and tight, then your obliques coming up the side of your body are all going to get sore and tight. Remember, everything is connected. Not only are the bones connected to that bone, this bone's connected to that bone, but the muscles are connected to this muscle and that muscle. So when one is affected, then the next one is affected. So bear in mind that when you release the first one, then you may feel a tension in the one that's adjacent to it. So speaking of adjacent muscles, now we're going to work on the perineal major and minor using the Shindig Tool. So this perineal major and minor muscles right here, minor, major, are connected intricately to the next one up, the IT band that we just worked on. So now I'm going to take a little bit of oil put it right on there and use the Shindig massage tool to massage that. After I'm done here, and we're going to work on the obliques with a 6-inch Lana roller. This tool gives you the strength to be able to work on these lower leg muscles really, really well. And these will get so tight. These peripheral muscles on your leg are going to get really tight sometimes from walking and doing your daily things. The Shindig massage tool is a multi-tool because it has all of these different surfaces on it. Different edges and surfaces so that you can work on different parts of your body with different aggressions. And I'll put the link to this in the upper right hand corner right now. Okay, so this is the larger 6-inch Lana roller that I always use for obliques. It's not as aggressive, and so these are more sensitive areas here to work on, plus you need a little bit more elevation off of the floor, and that's why I like this roller for working on obliques and for pecs and for the teres muscles back here. I'm holding pressure with this against it so that I can create more of an effleurage or deep tissue stroke in addition to the compression stroke. So when you're just rolling on it like this, that's compressing. But when you apply pressure more to it by holding resistance, if you hold the edge, you create resistance against the muscles. See how I'm doing that? Resistance. Resistance. Now I'm going to work on the pec. It's good. It really gets it done. Now I'm going to work on the teres. Teres major, teres minor. I can also work on my triceps a little bit. And roll more towards the back. Okay. So it's really good to make grunting noises, like I'm not like faking it. I always do that.
because I'm really getting the shit out. If you roll on that area down there with your full weight, you'll know what I'm talking about. Oh my god, right there. And if you feel sore from doing this, then you know that your body is going to be sore in the morning, because you can't just allow this stuff to accumulate and build up more and more and more in your body. You have to do self-massage and stretching every day. People will say to me in comments like, well, how long do I have to do this? Like, they think that this is just a one-time gig for 5 minutes. And if you haven't been doing this every day for your whole life, then you can forget it. You're going to be really stiff and sore and tight. This is why people that are older have so much pain in the morning. So it looks like I got a little bit of poison ivy on my leg. Right there. And I've got a cramp in my calf. Ouch. So just get in there and work it out. Right in there. And then stretch it out. Oh, see? You find the place. If you keep working along the muscle, you'll find the knotted area. Right there. Ugh. Now stretch. Stretch it. Or stretch it back on the floor. Like that. Oh yeah. That gets it. That's getting it. Okay, so my other channel, Brett's Natural Health. Actually, I have 3 channels: Vitality Massage, Brett's Natural Health, and the comedy channel, Out of My Gourd. But I'm going to be posting more videos on Brett's Natural Health, including I'm posting one on how to do kinesiology on yourself today. So check it out. I'll put the link right there if I have any links available, or I'll put the link in the description box. Another thing that you can do to prevent hip soreness in the morning is to use one of these knee ankle support bolsters in between your knees and ankles. And what it does is it keeps your legs aligned with your hips, as you can see. And of course it's millet hulls, so it conforms perfectly and feels really, really great. These are pretty heavy, and so you want to just like get them into position. Just like the millet hull pillows, you have to get them into position, and there you go. And I use this every night, and when I don't use it, I can feel the difference for sure. So I'll put a link in the description box or up above in the right hand corner for the knee ankle bolsters on my website. And these are found under body support products, under that category, under the millet hull pillows. So if you're a side sleeper like I am, then if you don't have an arm support pillow right here, then this is what your arm looks like. when your arm is hanging like this, then it's stretching these muscles back here, and that's why it's really best to sleep on your back. I can't stand to sleep on my back. It's been a trouble for me. I just can't do it yet. Maybe someday. But until that time, I gotta have that, and I gotta have that. And it really does help too. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on my back using this Theracane. And I usually like to do that with a shirt on because the shirt slides better. But for demonstration purposes, it's going to be just a lot better to not have the shirt on so you can see my back. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of oil on there so that it'll slide. And this actually works probably better. Not to use the shirt, but to use oil so it'll slide. Okay, so I like to hold it clear on the back like this, and then clear on the opposite end like this, so that I can get a lot of torque. You can feel better. You can feel it better without the shirt. And I had a knot like right there yesterday, and I pretty much dug it out. If it's too slippery, move the oil around. You only need a little bit with this tool. There you go. Okay, see how that's bopping back and forth? That's where it's really tight still right there. That knot is still there. So find the knot, put some pressure on it, and hold it. And breathe. Whenever you're doing massage on somebody else and they're really struggling to be able to deal with the pain, tell them to breathe. Ugh. And you do that for yourself as well. Remember, no pain, no gain. Ugh. And now move it around. Now that we held it in one spot, move it around. Move the tension and pain out of it. Ah. Okay. So these are some of the things that you can do to prevent being sore and painful in the morning. So thanks so much for joining me, and I hope that you are well.